Let's start with this Thursday nighter, Donnie. Titans, Jacksonville. I ended up adding the Titans -3 at the very end of just about hour before start on Sunday. I was between the Niners and the Titans. And then I look and don't bet the Niners. And I've got 5 stars beside the Niners. And of course, I don't bet them. But I bet the Titans. And last week on the show, I said the Titans lose the games they're supposed to win the games they're supposed to lose, and yet I still fall for this stupid Titans trap. Titans open up at -1.5 on the road. They are still there. This total's opened up at 40. It's now at 39.5 at most books. And those of you who've watched this Titans-Jaguar matchup over the years, it always goes under. It just goes under each and every time they play. It feels like Jalen Ramsey is asked to be traded. He will play. He's expected to shadow Corey Davis. Minshew, 23 of 33 for 213 yards and 1 touchdown. Now he got 96 of them at the very end of the game there. So, the jury's still out with what Minshew's going to give us. But I like the way he's played. I have no problem with the way Minshew's played. We know short weeks are tough. We know how Donnie handles Thursday nights, and it's take the home team or nobody at all. Mariota looked bad last week, 19 for 28 for 154 yards. A.J. Brown, I was talking about A.J. Brown nonstop. He balls out week 1, and then week 2, 3 catches for 25 yards and sustains a knee injury. We think he is going to play. At this point, Donnie, the only thing I want to do is take the under. And Eric Nisbet says under, 40 all day long. Tom Marino says Titans need to move from Mariota. He's just not a franchise QB. Is this too low, though, Donnie, at 39.5? Because I didn't take the Bears-Broncos under because that was at 40.5, and I was like, maybe this is too easy. And what a mistake that was. It was staring us right in the eyes. Donnie Rightside, is this too low of a total to go under?
You know what? I don't think it is too low of a total to go under, to be honest with you, Jimmy, because when you take a look at some things that play into this game, yes, Thursday Night Football, we always usually get a crappy package. These guys aren't ready to play football. The game plan's not put in, so Thursday night games usually lend themselves to be under. But let's also take a look at the 2 games that these 2 teams played last week. Just got done watching the majority of the football games today, just in a final rehash. And that Tennessee Titans game versus Indianapolis Colts, that was hard hitting. That was defensive football. Did you watch any of the Jacksonville game versus the Texans? An absolutely hard hitting football game. Now these 2 teams are going to line up that know each other in the division. And we're taking a look at 2 teams not the greatest in offensive form. Now, the one thing I'm going to give credit for, and maybe it's only for last week alone, Jimmy, the Jacksonville Jaguars, going back and watching that game versus the Texans, they were really good on defense. They were spirited. They were happy. Even without Ngakoue or Boye playing a key cornerback contributor and also a key defensive end, they were really good in this football game. But the one thing I've been predicting since Nick Foles went down, which is the same MO that the Jacksonville Jaguars had last year, they're now 0-2, and it's quitting time for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ramsey wants out. Who's the next guy that's going to want out? Somebody on the defensive line is going to want out. A linebacker is going to want out. An offensive lineman. That's going to take place soon. So it's too early for me, though, to say, you know what? Is it going to be this game? Because it's going to happen for Jacksonville sooner or later. When you have a highlight defense that rolls out every single week and says, you know what? When we play our best, it still doesn't even matter. Our offense doesn't back us up, because when you're looking at the common points of this football game, you're looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and maybe if Gardner Minshew was getting 3 or 4 points, you could say, you know what? I don't think they even have to win this football game. Can they just play it close? I think it'll be low scoring. I'll lean on getting 3.5 or 4 points or something more in this football game. This line tells me, and obviously it should, 1.5s, 1s across the board. You're saying Gardner Minshew is expected to win this football game in the NFL? I'm not so sure he can do that yet.
I'm not so sure he can do it either. Eric Nisbet says under 40 all day long. All day long. Michael Rempel says, like this Tennessee Jacksonville under 40 I took last night. Drew Barron says, everyone on the primetime under makes me nervous. Michael S. says, Jalen Ramsey and A.J. Bouye dead. Jag secondary very weak now. This could easily go over. Do you expect Jalen Ramsey? See, I still think that he's worried about his image a bit. I think Jalen Ramsey is very capable of balling out in this situation still, even though he is demanded a trade. Donnie Rightside, do you think Jalen Ramsey mails it in this week?
Here's the tough part about it. If Jacksonville is smart, Jimmy, he won't even play in this football game Thursday. Not because they're going to deactivate him, but they should trade him already. Because the volatile area is, he's already saying he wants out. He wants to play for a winner. So, and he's saying, I'm still going to play Thursday night. But just read into those tea leaves right there of what he's doing. Already fighting with his head football coach. Jalen Ramsey is such a knucklehead. And I get to say, he's probably the best cornerback in the game. But he's fighting with his head coach because his head coach wouldn't challenge a short conversion catch from, DeAndre Hopkins because it goes against Jalen Ramsey's numbers of a catch against him. That's how insane he is at this point right now. Saying he wants out, I would hopefully they trade him tonight and just get him off and say, you know what, the headache's gone in the locker room. Let's keep it moving. He'll still play hard. But again, this gets back to he wanted to get paid before the season starts. He's expecting a contract, and when he gets it, 70, 80, $90 million extension, which he does deserve. It's all business decisions right now, Jimmy. So does he want to play well in a Thursday night football game? Yes. But if he's traded tomorrow, that probably comes also with an extension that allows him to move forward, get his money, and then return back to the football field. It's a tough situation. I'm not going to go anywhere near this, but you're right. I live by that same moniker, put on my tombstone. It's you're either betting the home team on Thursday night or you're betting nobody here. But it's just hard to take Gardner Minshew in this spot.
Well, I'm happy that we brought this up because we shouldn't take the under in case Ramsey is traded. The best look might be Michael S. saying Jags team total under 19.5 is the only look I have. Now that we've talked about it, if Ramsey's traded, then the secondary completely opens up for the Titans and this game could go over. But if we focus solely on the Jags and Minshew not covering the number, that is the safest play. Would you agree with that, Donnie?
That's actually a pretty good look there because you're asking again, the Titans are going to slow it down, right? That's just what they do. The Titans still have a pretty good defense. Minshew hasn't shown me, outside of garbage time against Kansas City, doesn't have a very good football team. Thursday night, quick turnaround. You're asking them to get 3 touchdowns in order to get that? It's a pretty good look. Got to agree.
I'm with Michael S.
Yeah.
I think that is a great, great look. And then the fear of what happens to Ramsey all week doesn't need to be considered. I think I'm going to roll with Michael S. Michael S., I've also copied and pasted your name and that move so I know who to give the glory to. When I get my win on Thursday, I'm going down taking shots if I'm going to go down, Donnie. Enough of this safe play. I disgusted at myself from last week. What a disgrace, man. Just capping these games and then just sitting on the sidelines? What the hell am I doing? No more.
And it's your San Francisco boys, man. You got to back them. Come on.
Oh, it makes me sick to my stomach, Donnie. That's what it does. Makes me want to sob.